Hello, dear students. So, today we will discuss our next topic, that is hypertension and related asanas who are helpful in relieving in curing hypertension. Before that, first we will know about what is hypertension. So, hypertension means increased blood pressure. It has become a worldwide health problem because a great number of people are facing the problem of hypertension throughout the world. Though it is a fact that blood pressure increases with the advancement of age. In yesteryears, hypertension used to be considered a middle age problem. But nowadays, youngsters also suffer from this problem due to their faulty lifestyles. In fact, the main function of the heart is to supply pure blood to the various parts of the body, though through arteries. When the heart contracts, it pushes the blood through blood vessels and consequently the blood pressure increases in arteries. This pressure is known as systolic blood pressure. It is represented by the first number. The pressure between two heartbeats is called diastolic blood pressure. It is represented by the bottom or the second number. These two numbers of blood pressure are measured in mmHg. Unit means millimeter of mercury. The normal blood pressure of an adult is considered 120 by 80 mmHg. A person whose blood pressure reading are beyond 140 by 90 mmHg is said to be having hypertension. Hypertension can be prevented as well as cured by some asanas like Tadasan, Vajrasan, Pavan Muktasan, Ardha Chakrasan, Bhujangasan, and Shavasana. So, first we will discuss about Tadasana. You must see in the picture that how to perform this asana. Now we will discuss the procedure. Stand up in attention position. Lift your arms upward. Stretch your hands upward. Raise your heel and come on your toes. Also, pull up your body upwards. After some time, breathe out slowly and come to the previous position. Repeat the same exercise for 10 to 15 times. So, this is the procedure how to perform Tadasana. Now, we will discuss about the benefits. It is helpful in developing physical and mental balance. It reduces obesity. It cures constipation. It cures digestive problems. It improves body posture. All it elevates psychiatria. It is an excellent asana for those who want to enhance their height. It is beneficial in treating hypertension. So, these all are the benefits of Tadasana. Now we will discuss about the contradictions of Tadasana. If you have low blood pressure, you should not do this asana. In case of headache, insomnia, you should avoid this asana. Individuals who suffer from blood circulation problem such as faulty valves should not perform this asana. So this is all about Tadasana, their procedure, their benefits and their contradictions. And this asana is useful in curing hypertension. Now we will discuss about Vajrasana. First we will discuss about the procedure. So this is the position, you can see this is the position of Vajrasana. It is a meditative asana. Kneel down on the ground or floor with your knees, ankle and toes touching the ground. Your toes should be stretched backwards. Now place your palm of your hands on the knees. The upper body should be straight. At this time, the breathing should be deep and slow. Then expand your chest forward and pull your abdominal portion inward. So this is the procedure, how to perform. Now we will discuss about the benefits. It is helpful in improving concentration. It is helpful in curing dysentery, back pain, chest diseases. It enhances memory power. It alleviates the problem related to menstruation. It removes mental stress. It strengthens the pelvis muscle. It cures postural defects. It prevents hernia and helps to relieve piles. It is the best asana for people suffering from sciatica and sacral infections. It helps in reducing the hip fat. It gives relief from constipation, acidity, and increases the efficiency of digestive system. So these all are the benefits. And now contradictions. A person suffering from joint pain should not perform Vajrasana. The individuals who have any spinal column problem should not perform Vajrasana. The individual who have some difficulty in movement should practice Vajrasana with a lot of care. So these are the contradictions. So this is all about the procedure, benefits and contradiction of Vajrasana. Now we will discuss about Pavan Mukt Asana. So first you will see the picture. This is Pavan Mukt Asana. Now we will discuss about the procedure. How will you perform this asana? Lie down on your back on a plain surface. Keep your feet together and place your arms beside your body. Take a deep breath. When you exhale, bring your knees towards your chest. At the same time, press your thighs on your abdomen. Clasp your hands around your legs. Hold the asana when you breathe normally. Every time you inhale, ensure that you loosen the grip. Exhale and releases the pose after you rock and roll from side to side about 3 times. So this is the procedure, how you will perform this asana. Now we will discuss about the benefits. It eases the tension in lower back. It enhances the blood circulation in pelvis area. It helps in reducing the fat of thigh, buttocks and abdominal area. It strengthens the abdominal muscles. It also massages the intestine and organs of digestive system, which helps in relieving the gas and thus improve digestion. It relieves constipation also. Now, contradictions. If you are suffering from heart problem, hyperacidity, high blood pressure, slip disc and hernia, you should avoid this asana. Pregnant women should also avoid this asana. If you had an abdominal surgery recently, you should avoid this asana. Individuals suffering from piles should avoid this asana. So this is all about Pavanamuktasana, their procedures, benefits and contradictions. Now we will discuss about Ardha Chakrasana. This is the position of Ardha Chakrasana. You can see it thoroughly. Now you will easily make out how to perform Ardha Chakrasana. Now we will discuss the procedure. Stand straight with both feet together. Hold your hips with your hands. Bend backwards without bending your knees with slow inhalation. Remain in this pose for some time. Do it for 2 to 3 times. Now some benefits. It helps to make ankle, thigh, shoulders, chest, spine and abdomen stronger. It relieves stress and tension. It improves digestion. It cures menstrual disorder. It cures pain in leg. It reduces fat in the waist and thigh. It helps to alleviate upper back pain. It relieves stress in the neck and shoulders. Now, contradictions. Avoid performing this asana if you have migraine, headache, low blood pressure, diarrhea and insomnia. Avoid doing this asana if you have peptic ulcer or hernia. Avoid this asana in case of hip or spinal problem. Pregnant women should avoid this asana. So this is all about Ardha Chakrasana, their procedure, benefits and contradictions. Now we will discuss about Bhujangasana, how Bhujangasana will help in hypertension. This is the position. See, Bhujangasana is helpful in many diseases. So procedure, in this asana the body posture remains like a snake and that is why it is also called Bhujangasana. In order to perform this asana, lie down on the belly on the ground or supine position. Keep your hands near the shoulders. Keep your legs close together. Now straighten up your arms slowly. Raise the chest. Your head should be backwards. Keep this position for some time. Then get back to the former position or normal position. For good result, perform this asana 3 to 5 times. So this is the procedure. Now benefits. It alleviates obesity. It provides strength and agility. It gives relief from the disorders of urinary gallbladder. It removes the diseases like diseases of liver. It improves blood circulation. It makes the vertebral column flexible and thin. It cures gastric disorders, constipation and indigestion. It strengthens the muscle of hands. So these all are the benefits. Now contradictions. This asana should be avoided by individuals who suffer from hernia, back injuries, headache and recent abdominal surgeries. Pregnant women should also avoid this asana. So this is all about Bhujangasana, their procedure, benefits and contradictions. Now Shavasana. This is Shavasana. This is a relaxative asana. Procedure: lie down in supine lying position. Legs should be straight. Keep the arms away from the body. Leave all the limbs loose as well as relaxed. Gradually breathe in deeply. Close your eyes and think that your whole body is becoming loose. Feel a complete relaxation in your body. Remain in this position for 10 to 15 or 12 minutes. So this is the position. Now benefits. It strengthens the nervous system. It controls high blood pressure. It relieves mental tension. It gives new vigor to both mind and body simultaneously. It regulates blood circulation and gives relief in various aches and pains. It cures many psychosomatic problems. It helps to cure many cardiac problems. It relaxes and calms the complete body. It improves concentration and memory. It increases energy level. The body relaxes and goes into a deep meditative state, which in turn repairs the cell and tissues and releases stress. So this is all about Shavasana, their procedure, benefits. There is no contradiction. Anyone can do Shavasana. So this is all about various asanas helps in hypertension. Now we will discuss about the back pain. Although CBSE has reduces this back pain in 2020 syllabus, but still we will just give you the brief knowledge about this. The back pain which is felt in the back usually originates from the bones, joints, muscles, nerves, etc. It may be in the cervical, thoracic and lumbar region. It may be spontaneous or can be chronic. It can be constant, affecting one region or radiate to other parts such as arms, hips or legs. It may give a feeling of burning sensation. Sometimes numbness may be felt in the legs or arm. In fact, back pain is not only the problem of our country, but it is also prevalent all over the world. As a matter of fact, 9 out of 10 persons experience back pain at least once in their life. That is why it is said that back pain is a common complaint or a problem throughout the world. Due to this problem, the affected person are not able to work smoothly and efficiently. Even there are number of cases when people start absenting themselves from their work. Though it is not a serious problem, but it may be painful, especially when it radiant to arm or leg. Back pain may result owing to bad personal health habits and personal risk factors such as overweight, lack of physical activity or exercise, excessive smoking, lack of flexibility, or undue stress on back. Back pain can be prevented through some asanas, and these asanas are Tadasana. Tadasana, we have already discussed about the Tadasana in hypertension. Ardha Mastendrasana, This is the position of Ardha Mastendrasan. Ardha Mastendrasan is also beneficial in many problems. So procedure I will not discuss it with you. I will just discuss the benefits. Keeps gallbladder and prostate glands healthy, enhances the stretchability of back muscles, elevates digestive ailments, regulates secretion of adrenal and bile, helpful in treating sinusitis, bronchitis, constipation, menstrual disorder, urinary tract disorder, cervical spondylitis. Contradictions: pregnant women should avoid this asana. A person who is suffering from peptic ulcer, hernia, hyperthyroidism should not perform this asana. Individual who is facing the problem of slip disc may not do this asana. This is all about Ardha Mastendrasan. Now Vakrasana. This is the position of Vakrasana. This I will discuss the procedure. Sit down in long sitting position. Stretch your legs straight. Fold the right leg and keep the right leg heel touching the left leg knee. Place your right hand behind your back and left arm over the right knee. Hold your right ankle. Push your right knee as far as possible, and while exhaling, twist your trunk to the right side. Take sufficient support of left arm. Now repeat the same procedure with the left side also. This is the procedure. Now benefits: it improves the function of both spinal cord and nervous system. It prevents and controls diabetes. It strengthens kidneys. It helps in reducing chronic back pain and shoulder pain. It gives relief in stiffness of vertebra. It reduces belly fat. Contradiction: a person who is suffering from high blood pressure should avoid this asana. A person who is suffering from peptic ulcer should not do this asana. This asana should not performed by the person who is suffering from back injuries, serious back injuries. So this is all about Vakrasana. Now Shalabhasana. This is Shalabhasana. Now we will discuss the procedure. In order to perform Shalabhasana, lie down on proline position, prostrate position, spread the thigh backwards, hold your fist and extend arms, keep your feet under the thigh, and then raise your legs slowly as high as you can. For best result, hold this position to 2-3 minutes and lower down your legs slowly. Repeat the same action for 3 to 5 times. So this is all about the procedure. Now benefits: it relieves mild sacatria and disc problem. It strengthens the muscles of spine, buttocks, back and arm, legs. It improves posture. It stimulates abdominal organ. It helps in relieving stress. It elevates lower back pain. It helps in removing constipation. Contradictions: people with a weak spine should avoid this asana. Individual with weak heart, high blood pressure or coronary problems should avoid this asana. Now Bhujangasana. This is Bhujangasana. We have already discussed this Bhujangasana in hypertension and many problems. So I will not discuss the procedure. We will directly go to the benefits. Reduces obesity, provides strength and agility, urinary gallbladder disorders, cures disease of liver, improves blood circulation, makes vertebral column flexible and thin, cures gas disorder, constipation and indigestion, strengthen the muscle of hands. Contradiction: a person who is suffering from hernia, back pain, headache and recent abdominal surgeries should avoid this asana. Pregnant women should also avoid this asana. So this is all about Bhujangasana, procedure, benefits and contradiction. And now we have completed the back pain and related asanas who are helpful in curing or relieving from back pain. So this is all about asanas, hypertension and back pain we have discussed in this video. I hope you will well understand by this video. Thank you and have a nice day.